you can see it back on it.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, welcome to the podcast, everybody. Thanks for letting us know about the audio. I'm switching around some screens tonight, and that's the reason why I did that. You're always trying to improve, and sometimes it doesn't work and everything else. We got a special guest tonight behind the bars. I got Les here, my friend. I got Connie doing the comments. And if you got any questions, she's going to be writing them down or notating them. And then let's drill these guys, okay? Welcome to the podcast, Behind the Bars. And also, let me go with we do have a couple guests here. We have Flippin' Zippo, and we also have the Rolling Throttle Life, because they didn't hear all that stuff. So I don't know who else is here. Let us know if you're here and where you're from, and we'll announce you on the podcast. But anyway, let's get back to it. Behind the Bars, what's going on? Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, how's it going?
That's pretty good. What kind of bikes you got in the background there?
Yeah, we just set it up a little bit. We got Dad's 2024 Street Glide and Jared's bike. What do you got, Jared?
My 22 Road King Special.
Yeah, you guys done some upgrades on that sucker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so from left to right, who is who? What's your names?
Left or right? Start with me.
I'm Jared.
I'm
Okay.
Brian.
I'm Ben.
Okay, Ben. All right, so who has what bike?
I have the street guide.
Street Guide? Okay.
I got the Road King.
Yeah. I just got the new Indian Scout. What's a 2023?
Awesome. All right.
Yeah. So how's come it's not in the background back there? They wouldn't let you park it with the Harleys, or what's up?
It's not allowed around the Harleys yet.
No.
Oh,
No,
that's
it's
not
just
that's
my
not
house.
right.
They usually keep their bikes here at Dad's house.
You know what I think? I think his house is. His bike is actually in his house. I mean, literally in his buddy's bedroom.
Yeah, it's in my living room.
Yeah.
Living room.
Is that not where you're supposed to keep your bike?
You never know when you're going to have to ride, man. I mean, it could be, first thing in the morning, man, 60 degrees weather, nice, pretty, and you say, I'm calling to work. Sorry, guys. And then you just take the bike right through the house, out the front door. All right. So what is the number one bike you guys got? I mean, what's your favorite? All of them. What is it? You rode them all, haven't you?
Pick our own bike, I guess, man.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely like my bike the best.
So has the
Well,
dad?
actually,
What's that?
you can't see it that well on here, but the color of Jared's bike is that what's it called, Jared?
It's it's mineral green denim. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
color
awesome.
on his bike is really sweet.
Yeah.
I really like his bike is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So has dad let everybody ride his street glide? A road glide?
I rode it.
Yeah.
I rode it once, I think.
What'd you guys think about that? A new Harley?
Yeah.
Yeah, when we got my bike, we did a little video of a first ride on the Indian Scout. So we all rode my bike. So I got to ride Jared's and Dad's that day. So I tested them all out that day.
Yeah, somebody said that the banner in the background looks great.
That's Drew from Rolling Throttle. Hey,
All
Drew.
throttle.
Yeah, you guys got like a little partnership right now. You're ambassadors or something?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been awesome.
So if you want to do a shout out on them, go ahead. I'll let you do that. I mean, we're not sponsored with them.
RollingThrottle.com.
But yeah.
Yeah.
American made performance parts. He's an awesome dude. Him and his wife run it, and he's got a couple of guys in Tennessee that help him, in West Virginia. So what he does is travels around to the rallies, and they do installs on. He's a really big Sawicki dealer,
Mhm.
and suspension technologies, and Thundermax computers.
Yeah. So you can show up to the rally and get your bike
Yeah.
worked on by them.
They'll-
They're great guys.
They'll do the suspension right then, ECM, whatever.
What is his
Yeah,
name?
and they got a website.
mean, it's
Rolling Throttle.
What's his name? What's his name?
Drew.
Drew. Hey,
Cunningham.
Drew. Go to the website, ironponylife.com, and fill out the link and be a guest on the podcast next week. We actually have an opening next week. After
Yeah.
that, we do have who is it, Connie? Who we got next?
Adam
Sandoval.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be the biggest podcast we've ever had. But yeah, we're a little tiny podcast growing, and
Drew does a show usually every Saturday night he's been doing them at 10 o'clock our time, but the last couple times have been 8 o'clock. But he does a live show where everybody gets in the chat and just he usually got some topic that he talks about. We've been on that a few
Yeah.
times, but it's a good time.
Yeah, it's a great time. Yeah.
I've actually watched it when you guys were on.
Yeah.
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 So yeah, it's nice. Hopefully he starts
always
making
fun
some
time.
Indian parts.
He does. He does.
Yeah, he sells
Oh, he
a
does?
bunch of Indian
He has a lot of Indian stuff.
Oh,
on
you
there,
know-
like Smoky and suspension technology shocks and all that stuff. They're
All
big
right.
into Indians too.
Yeah.
You have one of the exhausts on your street glide, right? I think I saw
Yeah,
a video.
we just put it on last week.
Yeah, nice. Looked like a really nice setup. Now, did you have to do tuning with that? Add a
No,
third axis?
they said just with just the exhaust on that, I didn't need to do anything to it.
Okay. Yeah, looked really nice.
Yeah, thanks. It sounds good too. Wait till you hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, I look forward to hearing it in person. I heard it on the video
Yeah.
and it sounded really
Yeah.
good there. So, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a ride together. I mean,
For
I know
sure.
you come to the IMRG sometimes, but we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
I didn't say hi to you last time. I didn't know who you were. I just knew you had a camera in your hands, and I said, I ain't talking to that guy.
Yeah,
Just
anybody
kidding.
that sees us, come and talk to us. We like
Yeah.
it.
Actually, I got one of your hats here. I actually almost wore it on the podcast the other week. I was close. I was this close. I didn't realize what hat I had on. I was like, I should have wore it.
Drew,
It's no big. It's a nice hat.
Drew on there. Wear it when he's on.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said if you have Drew on your show, wear it when he's on there.
Okay, I will. That sounds good. Let me make sure. It looks like I got some comments here. But I'm kind of
You're not scrolling for me, so I can't
Yeah,
see
no.
anything. Free the Indian.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's do this. You know what, Connie? Do you want the good evening, salty badger? Here, take the mouse. It should be on that screen. You can do the comments. Like I said, she was actually this week she had a bunch of work related stuff that after work, like they were going bowling. They're going. What are they doing tomorrow night?
Going to par 3.
Par
I
3.
think indoor putt.
Okay, indoor part, that kind of stuff. So I didn't think she was going to be here tonight, but I had everything set. Usually the computer's over there, and she can do all this stuff. And I just concentrate on the guests, and then give them less a hard time. But but here, all right. So I guess we can start with the bikes because we always start with the bikes. You know, so you have the road glide, right?
Street guy.
Street glide. Okay, I'm sorry. So you have the street glide. Do you know there's an update today, right? They came out with a new update.
Yeah, I just saw it.
Is there anything good on it or anything
I don't
fixing?
know. I haven't had any issues with mine, so I don't even know if I'm going to do it.
Okay, gotcha. I can confirm that the Apple CarPlay and that kind of stuff and adapters have not been affected. So if you do have something like that you're using,
Yeah.
they work fine. I don't know what else it's fixing. I think there was a couple of screens that were causing
Yeah,
malfunctions.
there was an amp. There was an amp update.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what the other stuff was.
Yeah.
But
So tell us a little bit about your little baby back there. Does it have a name and stuff?
no,
Not yet.
it doesn't have a name.
So we're gonna have to
No.
get that. We're gonna have to get that bike a name.
Yeah, I told him that a couple weeks ago. I asked him why he never named his bike. I already named mine. It's brown, so it's named Coco.
Coco. All right. Cool. And yours?
Well,
You named yours yet?
It don't have a name.
Okay. I noticed that you guys do a lot of mileage, right? You guys do a lot of trips, different places.
We do well. Everybody makes fun of us, but we usually haul our bikes to where we're going, and then we ride.
You know what? I mean, well, if that's going to be your bike for life, okay? You're not going to trade it in
Yeah.
for anything else. I mean, that's the best way of doing it, you know. But if it's not going to be your bike, you keep the miles off. I mean, you trade it in for your life bike, you know. I mean,
Yeah, it wasn't really that. We only ride like we rode dirt bikes, from when we were kids, all of us, and we're just used to going, turns the whole time. And like if we ride a 5 mile stretch of the highway, we're like, banging our head on our heads and stuff. It's like not fun. So we don't do that much.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
Chris, I ride my bike wherever I go. I'm trying to wear them out so I can figure out which bike I really want to keep for life. Then that's the one I'll try.
Yeah.
I haven't found it yet.
yeah, right. If you are new to the podcast, please like and subscribe. We love subscribers. And we do this every Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. We have special guests like this. And this might not be the last time we have 859 on here. So They are actually getting there on their subscribers. They're getting bigger and bigger. They what are you guys at right now? I mean, you just started
360 something, I think.
hey, listen, it's tough out there, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
There's so many bike podcasts and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All I can say is don't give up. Just keep pushing. Keep
Yeah.
pushing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing it about 6 months or so
Yeah.
now, so it's going pretty well. I feel like.
It's fun. It's fun doing it, especially the riding stuff videos.
Yep. All right. So I guess we can go. Anybody want to talk about their bike before we move on? Or you want to talk about any of the new Harley-Davidsons? We can do that too. Because I know you guys did some of that on your last video. You wanted to discuss some of the Indians, and because you've done some research. So what do you got for us?
Yeah, we kind of looked into some of the new Indians and just comparing them. Like the Indian just came out with the new Power Plus on the Chieftain. We're kind of comparing that to the Street Glide.
Yeah.
But,
I told the guys at the shop, I said, before I bought mine, if that Chieftain would have had that engine in it that they've got now, I mean, I might have got that. That's what I was looking at. I didn't want the Challenger because it was so big feeling to me. So
Yeah, that's great.
That new engine's pretty cool.
See, I was how tall are you?
5'10".
5'10". Yeah, I'm 6'3", and the actual Road Glide, when I test rode when I got the Indian, it actually felt kind of small to me, and then the Indian felt right size for me for my length, so it felt better for me. And the center of gravity was much better. Now the new bike that you have right now, the center of gravity is 10 times better. It's almost like the Indian. But
my buddy had 22, and it's like night and day difference.
Yeah,
the way it feels, just picking up off the stand and riding it, much lighter.
Yeah. Hey,
Plus, we just got rid of that. We just got rid of that stock exhaust and lost another 20 pounds.
Did you take? Does it have a cat? And you took the cat off, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't get a tune for that when you took it off?
No.
Oh, that.
No, they said Drew said it shouldn't need anything. The computer can make up the difference for that.
Yeah, the Harley does have a learning process. I did see him at the beginning, the first software that it was having some problems. Like somebody took a trip to Pikes Peak or something like that. It just was not changing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the long distances, I know you guys actually, trailer your bikes and stuff like that. A lot of people are wondering because, the Street Glide is, made for that. But the Indian is kind of, I guess you can say, what about what's the other bike? What type is that one?
It's a Road King.
Road King. Okay, gotcha. So that's pretty distance. Do you have any like discomfort, anything after riding so many miles, or?
No, not really. I got a different seat on than the stock one. I don't even know what that seat's called. What is it? It was
a
an
CC Rider.
CC Rider, yeah. It's
like an Amazon.
So that's usually everybody's first upgrade is a seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so
it's
okay.
It's better than the stock seat. It's better than the stock seat was.
Yeah.
But
So let's hear them compares that you've done for the Indian. What's going on? What's the better bike now? What are you trading in for? Are you going to get you an Indian? Or are you going to stay with Harley? What are you doing with all the new 2025s?
I love the Road King. I wouldn't trade it for nothing.
Okay. What about you guys? What about you two?
Yeah, I mean, as of now, the only probably thing I would consider is a Road Glide.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, I love mine. And it's the Scout 60, so kind of just getting started on the cruiser bikes. But I'll probably eventually upgrade to something else. I do really like the Indians. I like the Chief and the Chieftain.
More of a touring bike.
Yeah, but for those long distance things, like you're talking, maybe a different bike would be better. But for what we do, I really like the Scout on the twisty roads and stuff. I mean, it handles great. It's like we said earlier, it's 300 pounds lighter than Dad's bike.
Did he see the Sport Chief?
The Sport
RT?
Chief RT?
Yeah, the Sport Chief, that new Sport Chief. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about the twisties. About your little story down there and Tell the Dragon.
Oh, yeah.
So is there anything else? I mean, I know you did some research. I don't want to overlook it. What do you got? I mean, is there anything else on there that you want to talk about?
We were just comparing like the weights of them and
Mhm.
the length, because everybody talks about the Indians a little bigger, and I think when was it Finesse or Riding Fish said that Robert Simmons got rid of his Indian because it was too long. He was having trouble getting through this course or something on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I can just point out a few notable things I kind of noticed when I was looking stuff up. It seemed like most of the Indians are 10 to 15 pounds heavier and a couple inches longer in the wheelbase. So that's probably why a lot of people say that they feel bigger and stuff. But they do have more horsepower stock. The Road Glide and Street Glide are at 105, and the Chieftain and Challenger at 126. So that's kind of just what I found as I was looking through. But,
I haven't been giving Les very much time, but let's go through some of these comments real quick. What do you got, Connie? Anything good?
Well, I'm going to pick on Rolling Throttle
Okay, pick on him.
because he said Indian comes out with better power but still ugly.
My
Come
wife,
on.
yeah, my wife loves Indian looks. I'm kind of more a Harley person, but yeah.
I do like the Lowrider ST though. Now that the bags are the same size.
yeah.
I had a Lowrider S before I got
Oh,
this
nice.
Street Glide. Yeah.
What else we got? We have a
Let me
couple-
tell you that riding like Tail of the Dragon on that thing.
Mhm.
I mean, that thing would drag, man. It would drag bad.
Wow.
Way
Is
more
it got-
than Street Glide.
I thought it had
Now, do you
upper.
drag?
Yeah, go ahead.
What's that?
No, say now. Do you drag your floorboards and that on your Street Glide when you ride down there, Tail Dragon?
The stock ones I did a few times, but then I got Thrash and Apex, and now the brackets drag just a little bit, but not really. You gotta get over pretty hard to drag it in.
Yeah, I had the stock floorboards, the edges of them just about ground off.
Yeah.
Down there on Tail the Dragon. So.
That means you're having fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I rode it with a Jeep. I've never rode it on a motorcycle, so I'm definitely going there this year.
My Jeep did exquisitely.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
you
gosh,
gotta
I was. I'll tell you a story, man. So.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. So we got some Corvettes, like 6 or 7 of them behind, or maybe even more, was behind us, flashing the lights. Get out of the way, man. We were at the front of the top of the Dragon, and I was like, okay, so I'll pull over to the side, and literally, them guys were slower than me. I was so pissed. I said, I can't believe I let these guys in front of me. I have a low profile 4x4 Jeep. The tires are really wide and low profile. Man, that thing hugged them curbs like nobody's business.
Very squatty.
Oh yeah, no issues with it at all.
It kept up with a little Miata. It kept up with a little, all the Corvettes.
Yeah,
I was so proud of my car.
your Jeep, it's not a car.
So is
We
that-
were there a weekend. We were there a weekend that was called Miata Fest, and I think every Miata that they built was there. I mean, everywhere you look, there was 100 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got a couple shout outs for Dallas. Dallas is on here.
yeah. You guys
Oh,
know who
awesome.
Dallas is?
Yeah, yep.
And
Dallas.
Riding on 3 is on here.
Yeah, he's in North Carolina. I think Dallas is Tennessee.
Sweet.
He's Riding on 3 said next one for me is going to be the 25 Lowrider. Just not sure yet, the S or the ST.
Yeah, I wanted to get an ST.
Yeah,
Before I got this.
that ST fairing looks pretty sweet. I like the way that looks.
Yeah,
Pretty slow.
personally, Connie's gonna go get the ST or the new Indian RT. So
I like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
like
new,
both
the new
those.
ST looks a lot better with the same bags on both sides with the 2-into-1 exhaust.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fond of the 2-in-1 exhaust, but if I have
Yeah.
to have 2-in-1 exhaust to have the bags the same size, so be it.
yeah, that's what she hated about it last time. She
Get
was pretty.
get that and get a Sawicki exhaust for it right off the bat, and it'll be awesome.
Mhm.
Oh, Rolling Throttle said, sounds like these Iron Pony guys need to come to Mobbing the Mountains.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We really take them on some twisties and the hooligans.
Yeah.
So
yeah. June 18th, 22nd.
Wow.
okay.
I got some vacation time, so I'll see what I can do. I'll hook up
Yeah,
with
we've
him.
never been on that, but I saw some videos from there. It looks awesome.
Yeah. Drew puts on a great ride down there. So we're
Les,
really excited to go that year.
Les, I think you said something about that, right? One of our
I
trips?
Don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've looked at so much stuff to try to do for a few days while we're down there. We'll probably be able to cover about half of what I've looked up.
Yeah.
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 That's how it always goes.
But the problem is where I work at, man, weekends, oh my gosh, I work almost every weekend. Les doesn't. Yeah. That's what happens, man. You got 30 years of managing retail and stuff like that. You got to, hopefully I'll retire one of these days and I'll just live the dream and ride the motorcycles anywhere I want to. Maybe one of these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Several times I've said we have to wait till 4:00 because that's when Chris gets home. Saturday.
Yeah, it's aggravating. But I'm trying to get some rides. So you are doing some rides. So you're going to do one with, it's called the unnamed ride, right?
Yeah, so far. May 3rd, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're meeting up at Ride NKY out there at Indian. And I think we're going to take off about 10 o'clock, I think, right? Yep.
Yeah.
Well, since you guys got,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this is allowed because I don't know about the ambassador program. So maybe you guys can actually call it the Rolling Throttle Ride and something like that. And then you guys can have some brochures about your that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Then,
well, I think the Rolling Throttle guys are coming.
Oh, they're coming?
There
you go.
We've kicked around like every single name that we can think of.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And we just need to settle on one. But yeah, we're going to make a graphic and some flyers and stuff. And as soon as we know what it is, you guys will know too. We'll put it out everywhere. So
We'll blast it.
Yeah,
but it's going to be May 3rd. Yeah, May 3rd out there at Ride NKY. We're going to take off around 10 and spend the day riding some of our favorite roads out that way and hit some of the coolest places here in the 859. So it's going to be a great time.
Yeah, it should be good.
And that's going to be starting at where?
Yeah, Ride NKY there in Walton at the Indian
Kentucky.
dealer.
Gotcha. So mark your guys' calendar, folks. May
Richwood.
Richwood, yeah. So May 3rd, right? Is that what you said?
Yep. 10 a.m. I think.
Okay. So mark the
how many
calendar.
How many miles do you think you guys will cover that day?
We're probably around 250.
Wow, that's gonna be a good ride. That's gonna be like 5 hours, right? I think.
Yeah.
Round trip. Yep.
Yeah, you said you guys were down around Rabbit Hash and Augusta and all over the place.
Yeah.
What are some of the?
Yeah, we're going to go from like one side. We're going to go like from one side of Kentucky to the other, from the river to the river. So.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
So what were you saying, Les?
No, I was just asking what some of the roads that they were going to ride. If they figured that out yet, if they're going to take 10.
Probably 22. A lot of 22 will be on, and 19 going down towards Augusta, and then 10 obviously coming back from Augusta. That's one of the most coolest roads around here.
Yeah.
So, I mean, 22 pretty much takes you from from heck down around, what is that, Corinth, all the way to, where is that? Ellington, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
All the way, pretty much all the way to Augusta, almost.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Let's see. I got to get a link to their channel, and so I can actually put it in the chat, Connie. I don't know if you can get. You can just do.
On
YouTube.
that ride, if any sport bike guys want to come, anybody can come. It's not like a slowpoke ride or nothing. So
Yeah, I mean, if you're having it at the Indian, I mean, that's one thing good about the Indian dealership over there. They don't care what bike you ride, and the IMRG, the group, we got people with Harleys.
we rode with them before, right?
Cool. Yeah, it was a fun ride, that one that you went to last time. I think it was Madison. What, you went to Madison?
No, it was just around. It was just around Boone County there.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Gotcha.
It
It was a Saturday ride. It was second Saturday ride. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so we have second Saturday rides, and we have the third Saturday ride now. The third one is IMRG ride, the group ride, and that one's a long distance. It's 5 hours plus, sometimes overnight. I know they're working on them routes right now, and then the Indian of Northern Kentucky has the second Saturday ride, which it just goes around it's like an hour, maybe 2 hours, and they give you pizza after they're done. That dealership is pretty nice. I like that dealership.
Oh yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we love those guys out there. They're really cool guys.
Mike and those guys are awesome.
Yep. I wish kind of here. I got 2 keyboards. You can have this one. You can type in there.
I might be duplicating some of the things here because I can't see.
Yeah, we got some comments coming in here, man. I'll tell you what. I stop and hey, I thank you guys for commenting. We're trying to get most of the comments at the end. I'll go scroll through them. Anything that's pertaining to stuff. I appreciate you guys commenting. It's great.
Welcome, Jake, Rolling Throttle.
Yeah, do not get your feelings hurt if I don't mention you. I apologize.
Yeah, that mob in the mountain. Drew's got one ride in there that's 300 and something miles that one day
Hmm.
in West Virginia. So that'll be
Yeah.
that'll be like a 10-hour day.
All right, see what I got here. All right, so
Actually, it's like a really good time.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and talk about some of your rides. Okay, so what's your most popular video? Or actually, go ahead and announce your YouTube channel, so in case somebody's watching, they know where to go, and then we'll type it in the chat.
It's Behind the Bars 859. Yeah, we got a Facebook and Instagram page too. If anybody wants to check that out.
Okay. And I'll just send me the links in the chat. I mean, actually on text, and I'll add them to the description of the YouTube channel when we get done.
Okay.
I do have your YouTube channel. I'm actually subscribed, and you guys have some pretty good rides and stuff, and pretty good videos on there.
Yeah, we got a couple of videos that have done pretty well. One of the better ones with riding is we did a temperature test between Jarrett's air-cooled, that's the 2022 Milwaukee 8 versus Dad's new
Mine.
24 liquid-cooled one, seeing which one was hotter. That was a pretty cool video.
Yeah.
Which one was hotter?
That was pretty interesting.
We were actually pretty close, weren't they?
No,
miles.
Mine was consistently 40 to 50 degrees cooler than his every time.
Nice. Yep.
Yeah, that and we actually just put out a pretty cool video. It was highlighting our friend Tom Bellamy's vintage motorcycle collection at Beachmont Motorsports, and we even went to his house to check out his garage. So that was a really cool video. If you're into any vintage bikes or stuff, you should definitely check that out. There's a lot of neat stuff in that video.
Vintage dirt bikes.
Yeah.
I don't really have too much steep bikes. Vintage dirt bikes.
Where's that shop at? Because I used to work over there at Eastgate all the time, and I just didn't know where it was at.
It's the exit. Yeah, it's the exit before that, Beachmont Avenue.
Okay.
You get off at Beachmont and turn in right by the Ford dealer there, and straight back. He's right there.
Yeah, because we gotta figure out what we're gonna do on Saturday. I got a day off and it's cold here, but me and Les are gonna be going to Harley dealerships and a couple other places. So maybe we'll scoot over there too and just check it out.
Yeah, swing by.
They got a bunch of neat bikes to look at. A bunch of new bikes too to look at.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
seen
it's
some of
so
the old bikes. I've seen some of the old bikes over there, and you were talking about being into vintage bikes. I'm really into vintage bikes. I just can't afford one. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a spectator sport for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And he showed us a couple of those little chrome Hondas were only made like 1 year or something.
Yeah.
Those little
Yep.
50s, I think he said they were like 10 grand.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, they're insane. Yeah,
And he was just hanging them on the wall on the sides.
Yeah. Yeah, I've known
$10,000
him for
motorcycle,
years.
little motorcycle. So you went down to the Tail Dragon. So what'd you think? How many times you been there actually?
Oh man, a lot.
Quite a few.
We probably went 7 or 8 times last year.
Wow.
wow.
Les,
When we go there, we ride it every day.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
disappointed, Les. You haven't took me there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife is the only one. My wife is the only one that rides with us. That's riding 2 up that likes riding it with me. The other girls don't want to ride it.
Hmm.
So her and I usually go there by herself.
Gotcha. Do you like camp?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead. No, you
so
go.
my wife just got a Spider this last fall, so
Oh yeah.
I think she'll be anxious maybe to get down there and ride on it. So we'll see. We'll see if she likes that or
Yeah.
not.
That'd be very interesting. I know that she's got the one with the power steering, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I'll tell you what, I bet you that thing's rough on the ones that don't have power steering.
The other
I don't
ones are a
know.
little
Yeah, I
challenging.
bet.
I don't
My
know.
wife and I were going across the dragon, and there's one of them things flipped over up in the trees.
Don't be telling
Oh,
Les
man.
that. Don't be telling Les
Yeah.
that. He'll never
Yeah,
let her
don't tell
go.
her.
He'll never let Heather go.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
That one
I
didn't have
will
power
too.
steering.
That one probably did not have the power steering.
well, that's one of the
yeah.
things.
There you go.
That's one of the things that we started this podcast on is about safety, and that's ride your ride. You know, I mean, it's many things.
Yeah.
Ride your bike, and then ride your ride. Don't worry about other people. I mean, if you have to get behind, don't be embarrassed about that stuff, man. You know where the destination is. Just show up there, you know, and enjoy the ride. You know, there's no pressure in that stuff. Yeah, everybody has different skill sets and stuff like that. So
Yeah, we don't want to pressure anybody to ride fast, but we come from racing dirt bikes and stuff where you just go as fast as you can the whole time. So we kind of ride a little bit fast compared to maybe some other Harley riders, but
Yeah. I actually noticed that on your video. It seemed like you're moving along pretty well.
yeah. Yeah.
on the Dragon. So I noticed that.
Yep. And then I think the chat's actually got a little conversation going between each other.
Dr. Harley's on here now.
And welcome to the show.
Dr. Harley's on there. Hey, Dr.
Yeah.
Harley, how you doing?
Yeah, you guys got a lot of fans on here. And by the way, if you want any of this, I'm recording it also, and then I should be able to give you anything you need. So it's no big deal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll just upload it on the website, and you can download it, the whole thing. I don't care. So
Nice.
yeah. Let's see here. Oh, you got the mouse. I'm looking for the mouse and I can't find it. I gotta get 2 miles. I gotta get another one. So anyway,
You can have that.
no, you're good. You're taking care of the little chat there, so that's good. There's enough things going on in this podcast.
Yeah.
When you got 3 people, everybody's talking at the same time. It's just like, it's like, yeah,
We do that too.
yeah.
Yeah, that's how it is when we're all 3 on a show. We're like, who's gonna talk now? You know.
Well, I'm glad you guys are here and everybody's getting to know you, and looks like you brought a lot of friends here too, so that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having us too.
Yeah. So we talked about the Dragon. Les, you got anything? I mean, I know you got a bunch of questions.
Now there's Smoky Mountain Bike Week coming up. I know we kind of talked about that for just a little bit. I've not been to that, so maybe you guys can kind of fill us in on what that's about and how long it is, where it's at, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think last year was the second year for it, and it was our first year going, and yeah, it was awesome. I mean, part of it was because we just started doing the YouTube thing. We were just starting to video and didn't really really know what we were doing, but we just kind of looked into some cool stuff at the Dragon and met some cool people there. Actually, that's how I met Drew from Rolling Throttle. A guy that I watched, the 2 Up Journey Junkies, I saw him go by and we're at the restaurant, and I told the boys, I'm like, that was the Journey Junkies that just went by, and then we're down at our hotel, the office. What was it?
Hotel.
Yeah, the lobby, and I saw Sam stand there, and I told the boys, I'm like, hey, that's Sam. That's one of the 2 Up Journey Junkies. I'm like, I'm gonna go talk to him. They're like, oh, you're going to, you're stupid, I'm like, I don't care. He's good, man. I'm going to go talk to him. So I went and talked to him, and he was like awesome, and we kind of hit it off talking about whatever bikes and video and everything. And we ran into them at the show, and that's how we kind of got hooked up with Drew at their booth there and got to talking, and kind of one thing led to another, and that led to the ambassadorship. So it's been awesome so far.
That's good.
Those guys are really, really awesome.
It sounds like
it. I've been waiting for someone to come up to me somewhere, go, hey, you're that guy
Yeah.
on the podcast.
Yeah.
That hasn't happened yet. I'm waiting for my big day.
When you get about 15,000, people will start recognizing you. Yeah, it takes a lot. I mean, seriously, we just started this last year. It's almost our year anniversary, and I've had a lot of friends help me out and that kind of stuff, getting subscribers and stuff like that. But I don't really look at it as it's a goal, believe it or not, because you don't want to be doing this stuff and not having people watching. But you also got to be entertaining. You also got to know what you're talking about and that kind of stuff. And I just said, you know what, I'm going to do a podcast and see what it's like about motorcycles. And then when it came to wintertime, I was like, oh my God, what are we going to do? I can't do the riding anymore. I mean, what can I do? And I said, let's invite some heavy hitters from Harley, Indian, social media, influencers onto the podcast, and a lot of them have accepted. And we still got some more we got to go through in the next 2 months. And like you said, these guys were riding by. You wanted to stop. You wanted to talk to them, and next thing you know, they're helping you, and you're helping them.
Yeah.
And that's how the motorcycle community is, and people don't realize that.
Yeah, those guys at Rolling Throttle were like, we were talking to him about shocks and stuff, and he's like, take my bike and try it. And I had met them, I'd only known them 20 minutes. And he's like, take my bike and try it.
Mm-hmm.
So, they're really unbelievable, actually. I mean, they're the real deal.
Yeah. So next year, we're going to be doing the same thing again, winter therapy next year, because we will ride in the north. I would love to have you guys on here again next year, even though we might have you on a couple times through summer and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that sounds good.
And then we can just where we're at, how we got there and where we ended up to and that kind of stuff. And so this is something I'm going to continue doing in the winter, and just keep on having guests on like that. And then in the summertime, it's going to be a little bit harder because everybody's time zones is different and people are still riding at 11 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. But,
Yeah, it's cool during the winter. Just get on here and talk about whatever. You can't get out and ride, so you might as well sit around and talk about it.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you have any bike shows or anything that you're going to go to? I think Indianapolis is coming up in February. Some other regional bike shows. Any places you're going to go and be at?
Well, we're actually thinking about going to that one in Cincinnati this weekend. You know about that?
Yeah.
Ryan guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ryan guys.
I'm thinking about going there.
We might go to that Saturday.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
a bike show, right? The custom bikes
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're thinking about going to the one in Indianapolis, and there's one in St. Louis, I think the next week. The cycle. If Salty Badger's on here, he'll throw it up what it is. I think I saw he's on here. Forgot what it's called. Cycle Showcase is what it is.
Make a note of that one, Chris.
Yeah. Next weekend.
Yeah, Cycle Showcase they say is awesome.
I'll have to see what I can do. It's kind of hard.
Maybe Salty will throw it up.
One of these days I'll get me a new job.
We'll have to wait till after 4 to leave to go to it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There's a few ideas we got kicking around. I think we're planning on going to Daytona Bike Week. That's the really big thing we got circled on our calendar.
Now, have you been there before?
Yeah,
We went what, 4 years ago?
Yeah.
We went 4 years ago, but we had 2 groms. We took 2 groms with us, and we stayed in the trailer and we done speedway.
yeah.
Wow.
Rode around Daytona Beach on the back of Jarrett's Grom. That would have been a good video.
we went there because we know some guys that do Supercross. We watched that, and then we know guys that do the cross country, the GNCCs. So we went there, and we took our mountain bikes and went mountain biking in a mountain bike park, and we rode the Grom. So we were like there for like 5 days, and we were just going nonstop the whole time.
Wow.
Yeah, that was before we were really big into street riding and everything.
Yeah. No, I've not been to Daytona Bike Week. I've been out to Sturgis a couple of times, but haven't made it down to Daytona yet. So, now have you guys been to Sturgis yet?
No.
Oh man, are you? Any plans to go?
We're thinking about going.
Yeah, this year.
We'd like to. It's just kind of an undertaking.
Yeah, this year it's supposed to be the 90th anniversary, so it's going to be really busy. We are planning on doing it the following year, so there's going to be a bunch of us out there.
Going in 26 for some reason. That's probably actually when we're going to wind up going. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll have to work together on plans to get out there. Like I said, I've been out there a couple of times. Know some places where you can stay, Airbnbs, that kind of thing. I definitely want to start about a year in advance. Get your lodging and everything nailed down. Get your route planned out, and once you're there, you got some flexibility. But you want to get the other stuff, between here and there, all kind of lined out.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. This will be my first time. Les is the expert there. How many times you been there? 3, you said?
No, just twice, and I don't know that qualifies me for expert level anything.
He's
But
an expert.
I can probably be your tour guide out there pretty easily.
He took a ton of pictures. He went to he met a couple people out there. What was that one guy? Monkey on
Monkey Garage guy.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he wasn't really signing autographs or anything. He has a restaurant there.
Yeah.
And there's a garage where they had the Joe Dirt. What is that thing? That car he drove, Charger or something.
Yeah.
He had it on display there, and he came walking out of the garage around the Charger. So we took the opportunity, went and got some pictures with him. But he wasn't there for P&R. He was there at the restaurant trying to do some business, and we made him stop and take pictures though.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Throttle said you are required to be at Sturgis.
We had to be at Sturgis. Setting the fine print there.
Probably be there.
Yep. That's pretty cool.
He actually lives there right now.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you're required. I guess he's going to be putting you in the house too.
Yeah.
You guys will be in the barn.
Dr. Harley said he's going to be there in 2026.
Well, we'll see you there. Dr. Harley. Now, if there's anybody on there, if you haven't subscribed or liked the podcast, please do so and comment like if you already have. And it's like everybody's pretty much typed where they're at. I can't see how many people are actually on there right now. Let me take the mouse for a second.
Okay. Yes, I'll share.
No, I don't. I got my own over here.
Oh.
I got it's like we got 14 people on here. Congratulations, folks. So cool. All right, so you got to have it back. Just go back to that.
Fighting you over.
Yeah, you're fighting me. She's like, God, you got to have some kind of drama on here, don't we?
Sorry.
Some fighting and stuff.
There's always drama with Connie on here.
Hey.
Yeah. So on all the trips that you guys have done, what is your most favorite so far?
Smoky Mountain for me.
Yeah. Smoky Mountain last year was a lot of fun, just because of what Dad said, getting to meet some really cool people, and that was kind of, we had just started filming for our YouTube channel, and that was kind of when we really got the ball rolling. It was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, that Ben took a video on the Dragon when that trailer smashed into that Lotus with his phone.
Yeah.
And we put that short up, and it had 10,000 views before we got done eating dinner, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It was crazy.
Yeah, that one really did blow up.
Yeah.
So what was I going to say? Go ahead, Les. I will think about it here in a second.
You see that stuff down the Dragon. Like I said, I've only really seen one accident down there, and the guy was relatively inexperienced. He had a big cruiser Harley bike, and I don't remember what model it was, but he decided he was going to go ride the Dragon, and the Dragon bit him back. He lost it on one of the curves down there, and bike went out from under him, and he went one way, his leg went the other way, and the leg was obviously broken, and we came up on the accident just immediately after he had gone down. So a lot of that stuff, you really gotta keep your head on a swivel when you're on that thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably been across that thing, I don't know, 15 times probably. And probably been across it 3 times where I didn't see a wreck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, almost every time we go across there, there's some kind of issue.
I'm surprised that you've only seen one.
Yeah. Now, when do you go? Is it during the week, on the weekends, or
Both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, most of the time when I go, I try to leave the middle of the week on a Wednesday night or a Thursday to get there, and then I'm there early in the morning. I try to get on by 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do. We usually hit that first. Like Smoky Mountain Bike Week, if you stay in Maryville, you can be down there on the Dragon in 20 minutes, 25 minutes. So it's pretty close.
Yeah. So I've had really good luck with it. Like say only the one wreck, but yeah.
When I was there on the Jeep, we saw 3 wrecks, I believe. One was a motorcycle, 2 was cars, and we didn't see any on the way down. On the way up, when we parked at the top, you got what's the one called in the bottom? There's a shop on top of the hill, and there's one at the tree of wrecks.
Dragon's Den is one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were pulled in the gravel, and the guy says, "What's that?"
Deals Gap.
Yeah, Deals Gap. Yeah, Deals Gap.
Yeah.
So we were at Deals Gap, and we parked on the top level where the gift shop is, the other gift shop was. And when we pulled in there, there's this guy with a fancy European car, really fast. And he said, "Hey, man, let me move out of the way. I'm leaving. You can have my spot." I was like, "Okay, no problem." On our way back, that guy took his whole front end off.
Oh my gosh.
It was crazy.
Yeah,
And then,
a lot of those wrecks I was talking about was cars, not bikes.
Yeah. And the problem is that car's them cars are so big when they wreck and they spin around, they'll knock out anybody that's coming down the road on a motorcycle or anything like that. That's what's really so dangerous. It's not. It's the young kids on the crotch rockets, but it's also the fast cars. They're trying to do these curves as fast as they can.
Yeah.
And the next wreck was actually a motorcycle. There was a group of them, and it was a guy that when we went by, and I've looked at the videotape 1,000 times, I cannot find his bike, but he's in the ditch. I don't know if his bike went off the cliff and he just fell off of it, but the bike was totally gone. It wasn't in the ditch. He was laying in the ditch. He was fine. He was moving. The cops were there and everything else. But what I really want to note is when we went up a little bit farther, there was a bunch of guys with little motorcycles, little Hondas, what do you call them? They were just flying through there. So we pulled over to the side and left them. But there was a motorcycle like a road glide or a street glide or something like that was going down in front of him, and he was riding his ride. He was, taking almost the curve straight up, and he was really, really slow. And he was that kind of stuff. And I was like, at first I was like, man, this guy needs to get at least pull over to the side. Cause that's what, it's common sense. They got these little pull offs, go to the side, pull off, let people pass, ride your ride, but don't let everybody ride your ride. You know what I'm saying? So he never did. He just stayed his slow, almost 25 miles per hour going through the curves and stuff like that. And I can see where people get angry and do some crazy stuff, try to pass him, make another wreck.
Yeah.
But they have these turnoffs. So if you're watching this, or if somebody watches this in the future, and you want to go down there to the Tail of Dragon, they have turnoffs all the time. Don't feel pressure that you have to ride fast. Ride your ride. Pull over when you need to. Pull back up on the road when you need. I mean, when it's free. But just don't get don't force people to do what you're doing. Basically, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. I know. Sometimes it's like the people riding slow don't even see the pull offs. It's like, dude, we've passed 15 of them. Will you please just pull over? But,
I know.
yeah, I mean, it's still a good time.
Yeah.
Glenny
I
is
think
on
you-
here.
Hey, Glenny rides.
He said, "Damn crotch rockets."
Yeah, that's right. It's time for you to get you a real bike there, Glenny. I'm just kidding. Glenny's he's a good friend of ours. He's been on the podcast. Have you guys ever met Glenny? He's in this area.
Glenny ride.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you'll have to. He'll do one of your rides. I'm sure he goes to IMRG ride. He doesn't do an IMRG ride yet, but he does the Saturday ride sometimes. So he's got like 20,000+ subscribers. That guy's growing pretty fast.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, he's a good guy, really good guy. And he's on one of our podcasts. I think it's one of the earliest ones. I think one of the first guests that we had was him, and he just continues to keep blowing up. So he's doing good. All right. So Les, any other rides you want to talk about?
Oh man, no, but I'll tell you, I'm ready to get out and ride. I have a case of winter blues right now.
I think it's called PMS, right?
Yeah, park motorcycle syndrome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I went out at lunch today, and I thought to myself, if there wasn't salt all over the road and it wasn't so wet, I probably would have gotten the bike out at lunch today, took a quick
Yeah.
trip, put 5 or 10 miles on, because it wasn't all that cold lunchtime today.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
I got my new bike just right going into winter. It was the worst time to get a new bike. I've been just looking at it all winter, but
Well, it'll be
we're
nice
really
and polished.
excited.
Yeah, you can polish it up, clean it up, do some mods, put some stuff on it,
Mhm.
and you'll be ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
Get some stuff at rollingthrottle.com.
I'm gonna have to check that website out. I mean, I watched you guys on the podcast a couple times when it came on, but I've never actually, because I thought it was strictly Harley-Davidson. But now, since I know he's got some Indian parts on there, I'm gonna be looking him up now.
Yeah, you can get on there on the website and check out what they got on there. And if you have a part in mind that you are interested in, you can email him. I think it's sales@rollingthrottle.com.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah.
got like access to everything. He
Yeah.
just doesn't have it all on the website quite yet.
And where's it located at? What state?
His shop's based out of West Virginia.
West Virginia? So that's not too far from here. That's not too far.
But
That's like a little day ride around here.
Oh, Jake rode today.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about riding too. If I actually didn't have to sleep and get on this podcast, because I didn't want to cancel it, because I didn't get out of work till I think it was like 12 today, and I got about 3 hours of sleep, and then I jumped on here and did some tests with you guys, and I was like, it was I just found out like Sunday that I had to do cover the person that went to an emergency room, so. And I was like, well, I want to, it's the end of the year, so it had to be important for me, because that's what I'm based off, my pay's based off of inventory. So we had a great inventory, so that's all that matters. So,
Oh, that's great.
but I wanted to ride. I mean, I woke up at like 3 o'clock and I was like, man, I need to go outside. So the first thing I said was, Alexa, what's the temperature? And she said, it's 49 degrees. And she's saying it right now.
She's answering you now.
Oh, I'm going to tell you something.
Scary bitch.
My wife's got that under control. I got to tell you guys, this is so funny. I'm going to do it here because this is creepy. And I know AI is just getting completely uncontrolled, but I'm gonna turn my my mic up here a second. Hold on a second. Let me mute the live here. Let me just exit out of here. But this is crazy. I'm gonna see if you guys can hear this. But anyway, I'm gonna say, watch this. Alexa, turn off the Christmas tree lights. She whispers back.
She whispers back.
She says, "Okay." I was
And
like,
if that's not creepy, I don't know what is. She's a creepy bitch. I'm telling you.
so I got this thing. Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's creepy that you sit and whisper to Siri.
Yeah.
Well, my wife was sleeping on the couch because she got mad at me. I said, "Get on the couch."
I did not. You lying fat crap.
But anyway, the Christmas tree. We still have the Christmas tree up, and I needed to turn it off. So she was being nice, watching some movies late at night, and she fell asleep on the couch, and the Christmas tree came on, and I got up and I walked down the hallway, and I was like, "Alexa, turn the Christmas tree light off," and it was like, "Okay." It's like, "Oh my God, this is crazy," and it turned the lights off. So it's like, dang. But yeah, that was creepy. But it didn't wake her up. I didn't want her to wake her up, so that's what the whole idea was, and it worked out. But it's creepy, this AI stuff.
Yeah, that's funny.
But all right, so this year you said you had a whole list of rides. Where are you going? So everybody knows where they can find you.
Daytona, and then
Daytona, Mob in the Mountains,
yeah,
I think
Smoky Mountain Bike Week,
we'll go to the Gettysburg.
Gettysburg.
Bike Week.
That's I think it's July 8th through 10th. I believe.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's the
Gettysburg?
weekend after my birthday,
Mhm.
which I think would be the 15th. I don't know.
Yeah.
If Drew's still on there, he can tell you when it is.
Yeah.
It's about in the middle of July.
Now,
And
do you
then we're
guys?
going to put on another ride
Okay.
sometime in the late summer, early fall. That's going to be down. Where do you think that would be? Down around southern Kentucky.
in London or something.
Central Kentucky.
So I gotta ask you guys, what do you guys do for a living? Just kidding.
We're a general contractor.
Okay,
We
gotcha.
all work together.
Oh, you guys
Yeah,
all work
we
together?
have a family business. We all are general contractors.
All right. I can see how you can find all the time now.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, man, I wish I could find all this time. I bet you a lot of people out there are watching right now. But yeah, own your own business, man. That's how you do it. Just make sure you're making money. You can do whatever you want. So you ever think about Laconia?
Oh yeah.
Laconia?
Yeah. I think that Mob in the Mountain is the same weekend. Is that right? I think it might
Sure.
be. I
We
think
had
Okay.
something else going on whenever that was. I
Yeah.
thought
Gotcha.
we committed to it.
Yeah, fun fact. The first Harley that I had, we bought from the family of the original owner that lived in Leominster, Mass. And Willie G delivered the bike to the original owner during Laconia
Really?
Bike Week. They're at Weirs Beach. We actually have photographs of the original owner and with Willie G in the bike, and Willie G had signed the inside of the trunk lid.
Cool.
Oh,
just,
yeah.
just fun fact.
Yeah, he has
That's
pictures.
awesome.
Yeah, he has pictures and everything. We need to, you need to send that to me so I can put that up. We'll talk about
I'll
that
see
again.
if I can find it.
Yeah.
You want me to look for it now?
No. It take too much. She's got the mouse. She's got all that stuff. I can't do that.
Here, you can take it.
No. You're doing fine, Connie. You're doing great. Keep up the good work.
Dr. Harley said Laconia is also Rainconia.
Rain Coney. I guess they have a lot of rain up there. That's one thing about Sturgis. Sometimes it freaking pours down rain in that. Good thing it's like 2 weeks. It's not always a rain out, but you can't always take 2 weeks.
Roland Throttle Life says June 18th through the 22nd is
Mobbing
Mob
in
in the Mountains.
Yeah. I have to look. I think I actually asked for that week off. Is that what I asked for?
I thought it
Well,
was-
if you're off, you got to go to that then.
Yeah.
I'm might move it up. I'm gonna see if I can. I'll see if I can do that Monday and hang out with a bunch of these guys. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that's going to be an awesome time.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Les, you were really close to are you hard of hearing or something?
Yeah.
That's great.
Nice profile.
He really wanted to get his face in there.
Hey, it's working.
Yeah. So, well, what made you start the YouTube channel? I guess.
We like we've been going down to Smokies. We would go every year, and we got a couple of GoPros and started like videoing it to make just to watch ourselves ride. And I'm like, we should. Jared's like, we should make a YouTube channel and do it. So we just did.
Yeah, Dad started watching a few of the, Harley YouTubers.
Yeah.
And we got some cameras. And we're like, we can do that too.
Yeah.
So
we're not very good at it, but
yeah, we just started filming and try to have a good time and see where it takes us, I guess.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been a fun ride. It looks like. I mean, I've been watching your videos. So behind the bars, how'd you come up with that name? I mean, I know what it kind of means, but I mean, what this one night just it popped in your head?
It was almost as big of an ordeal as trying to name our ride. We just
Yeah.
went back and forth for a couple months.
yeah, I don't know how we came up with that. We were just talking, and I think I saw somebody's hashtag it said "Life Behind the Bars" or something. I thought, man, that's kind of a cool name. And then we were at the guy that makes our stickers for us, and Ben, I think, did you say something about the road? We like the road. 129 is my favorite road to Dragon. So Ben's like, we should use that sign as our So
Mhm.
yeah.
The Deals Gap 129 sign. That's kind of the inspiration behind the bars 859 logo there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's how we came up with it.
That's really
Yeah, that's really cool. Les, you got anything there? I mean, I can't. I'm almost haven't gave Les anything to talk about. Hey, Les, I'll be right back. You go ahead and talk. I'll be right back.
What?
You're on
Going.
stage.
No, I was going to tell you to check your email. I sent you that picture.
All right.
Rolling Throttle says then they started filming like Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Oh yeah. All right. Let me see if I can get this picture. He sent me. You sent an email
down
or
by
did
your
you send it text?
Emailed it.
Okay, gotcha.
Emailed it.
All right. Let's see if I can get that on here. Let's see here. Check my email.
Yeah, I saw some videos from Sturgis last year, and some people got to meet Willie G. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Les, go
This
ahead and
was-
talk where I switch this around. So I told you I didn't want to do this, but you made me do it.
Do it anyway. No, so it's from 1986, so it's a pretty old pic, and it's not very clear, but you can get it up.
Yeah. I got you, man.
I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I just got to show the screen here. I just don't know which one I have the screen showing. Let me see if I can. Let me see this one here. I got too many slides here. Let's try this one. What we got here? That's the camera.
That's not it.
Nope, that's not it here.
That's not it either.
Yeah, okay. Let me go back to this normal one here. Okay, I'm just gonna add the slide here.
Yeah, agreed.
I know. Hey, you're the one that made me do it. All right, let's don't do that.
Another little fun fact. So after I got that bike, I rode it a little bit. It would kind of mark its territory. It leaked oil all over the place on the top end. You'd ride it, you'd have oil on the front of your pants legs and everything else. So I tore the whole top half of it down, went all the way through it, got all that cleaned up, got it all sealed up. I got the bike back in good running order, and I was actually able to get it published in a magazine. And I gave the original family a copy of the magazine with the bike pictured in it. So the picture in the middle on the right is actually Bob, and who was the original owner, and I bought it from his family after he had passed, and that's him with Willie G when he delivered the bike. The one directly across from it on the left and up the top left is Willie G signing the inside of the trunk.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, let me get rid of this thing now. All right, get back on this thing. All right. Live, man. We're live. We do this stuff. That's pretty cool stuff right there. All right, so. All right, well, we've been here on an hour, so let's pretty much wrap this bad boy up. Yeah, so you're welcome to be here again, right? So.
Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, anytime you want to have us on, just reach out.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll.
What do you want to tell all your fans that's watching tonight?
Yeah, just
Put
thanks
you on
for
the
all the
spot.
support.
Yeah.
Thanks for all the support and keeping watching us. It's motivating to us to try to make more videos and do better.
Yeah.
It's,
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun making videos, and we're glad that some people seem to be enjoying them, and hopefully more people do in the future. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
What do you want out
those
of what do you want out of your YouTube channel? Got any goals?
Really just to have fun and meet cool people.
Yeah.
Meet new people, make some new friends.
Yeah, kind of what I was thinking about is a lot of people go down to the Smokies and go, wherever to go find cool roads to ride. And kind of one of the reasons we put the 859 in our name is because we feel like there's a lot of neat roads around here
Yeah.
that don't get as much spotlight. That's kind of one thing I want to make out of the channel is to make this area kind of a bigger spot for finding neat roads.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, make content for yourself and everybody will watch. Make content for them and they'll get bored. That's all I'll say. Because I mean, and you'll get burned out, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, make it for yourself. Don't worry about who likes it, who subscribes to it, that kind of stuff. Because you're making a history of what you're doing in life, And when your kids grow up, when you have kids, that kind of stuff, and you go, hey, here's our YouTube channel, because it's going to be up, hopefully, as long as YouTube doesn't decide to turn it off. They can watch you guys, what you did in the past, and they don't care about who subscribed, who put a comment on, that kind of stuff. It's almost like what pictures were back in the day, in the 80s and stuff, when you took pictures of your family and stuff like that. This is what I consider what YouTube is. I mean, hopefully my grandkids, if I ever get one, hopefully I do, they'll be like, what's Grandpa do? And I'll say, well, I'll show you what I did back in the day, that kind of stuff. And that's what it's for me, is like somebody could remember you in the past or in the future if I'm no longer around. So, but what about you, Les? What do you think?
I think I'm just ready to get out and go do some rides and then reconvene on here and sit and talk about them.
I'm with you, Les.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing snow.
Yeah.
It's, I don't have a YouTube channel, so Chris just has me on here
Yeah.
every once in a while to fill in the blanks when nobody else will show up.
Whatever.
Yeah, but that was some good advice. Thank you, Chris.
Yeah. When you're talking about a grandson, my grandson lives with us, and he'll watch our videos for hours. He's 2.
Mm-hmm.
And man, he is obsessed with motorcycles.
Oh, he's the most obsessed little kid with motorcycles. He goes around, brum, brum, brum,
Yeah.
holding his hands up like this.
He watches his favorite video is our Smoky Mountain one, when those guys on those baggers, I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And the first thing you need to
He
do with
watches
that, the first thing you need to do with that kid, you get him like an electric bike or something like that, is make sure he knows what the throttle does. Because when they start moving, they're going to go like this, and their hands are going to go like this, and they're going to go straight down the road. Yeah, but
some whiskey throttle.
with some whiskey throttle. Now, me and Les have decided. We haven't decided. I've been pushing him at it. He has a nice little bar downstairs, and I'm trying to get him to do like a little podcast on Friday night where we just talk about, we're in a bonfire. You see how he just rose his shoulders up and took a deep breath. Yeah.
Chris just wants to come over and drink all my scotch. That's what
That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah. But well, I appreciate everybody subscribing, and hopefully, we told a little bit about your story. I think we've had fun. I think this has been a fun podcast.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah.
And then we did have some difficulties in the beginning, but that's the reason why we always do this like in the beginning. But it worked out, man. It worked out. Yeah. And I love you guys' bike. I love you guys' channel. Once again,
thanks.
Behind the Bars 859. You can find them on YouTube. Connie, you got anything on the comments that we need to talk about?
There's a lot of comments.
All
here,
right.
a lot of good ones.
All right, let's go through these things a little bit. Oh, you want me to go through it?
Yeah, you drive. You always like to be in control.
I can't talk.
Damn it.
I'm the worst person in the world. I'm dyslexic. A lot of people don't realize this, but I look at things and I'll be like stumbling when I'm saying somebody's comments. But anyway, there's so many here.
Jennifer's on here.
Oh, Jennifer, welcome
Yeah.
to the podcast. Jennifer Blair, Josh, and they're actually the presidents and vice president, I guess you could say, of IMRG.
Hey guys,
Yeah, we met them when we went on that.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
It's just
Chris,
that
Chris being dyslexic, when he first met me, he called me more.
I don't know. All right, so everybody check out Rolling Throttle. Sorry, Rolling Throttle Life. Check out his channel. He has a podcast.
Dr. Harley's been
Dr. Harley.
chatting. I've enjoyed his.
Yeah, he's got a YouTube channel
Yeah,
as
Dr.
well.
Dr. Harley does lives too.
I'll have to check out him too. I mean, I'll have to put all these people. You got these on your notes?
Yeah.
I do.
I'll check out your podcast. Put a link in there, and I'll share it with everybody. Put a link on.
I saw Salty Badger was commenting there. He has an awesome. He does a thing live at 5 every day.
Yeah,
And it's
I'm gonna have to
cool.
figure out how to
It's
get on
cool.
his. I don't know if he's still on here, but I'll have to figure out how I can be a guest.
It's really cool.
Yeah,
It's really cool.
I've been watching his a little bit. I mean, there's so much to consume. I hate to say it, but there's so much to consume. It's hard to get everybody in there. But I have been watching Salty Badger. I haven't seen. I'll be honest with you. I haven't seen Dark Harley. I'm gonna check yours out. And
Live the best
He's got
life
some
you
really good
can.
videos too.
yeah,
Ride often and ride hard.
yeah, exactly. That's good. That's a good line right
Somebody
there.
else, you'll see a starred one up there. I liked what
Oh.
they had to say too.
Okay, the star one. Let's see what we got here. Let's see, you started. Yeah, I'm glad you figured it out.
I figured it out.
That's way up there. Holy cow.
It is. There's a lot of comments. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, good job,
It's a lot of
everybody.
fun.
I appreciate everybody watching and everybody subscribing. And let's see here. I'm going to get to that star one here pretty soon.
Maybe not.
We might take next week. Oh, there it is. Go ahead, Connie.
Getting out there and ride, that's the best mod
Yep.
to any motorcycle.
Exactly.
I like that, Dr. Harley.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have all these bikes look the same. It's good that we have aftermarket, people out there to make things look differently, that kind of stuff. That's what's really great about the Harley side of things. Indian, it's getting there, but it's slow. But like I said, get out there and ride your own ride. Don't worry about anybody else. And a lot of people are, they're scared of group rides, but I'll tell you what, some of my best friends I've met on group rides, and you'll kind of like get close to the people that kind of ride like you. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be if you're really like really fast and you want to go down the road and that kind of stuff. You're gonna be at the front of the line. You're gonna make friends with them. If you're like in the middle and you're kind of slower than in that part of the ride, you're gonna make a lot of friends there. Because when you're at the gas station getting gas, you're gonna be talking to each other because you're probably parked in the same gas pump and that kind of stuff area. I mean, that's what good. Don't be afraid of some of that. Now, if you don't have the skill set to actually ride with a group ride, go to the ride with a couple friends, but also go practice.
Yeah.
And that's the best thing right there. Don't be scared of riding by yourself because things happen. But always pay attention to the road. Always pay attention to the people out there. And the more bikes we get out there on the road, the more people they'll pay attention to us. Because right now, it's one every 50 miles in the country out here that you'll see a motorcycle. And sometimes you'll see a 5 or 6 of them. But then again, you'll have a dry spout again, and there'll be another motorcycle. But just get out and ride, have some fun, be safe, and always be aware of your surroundings. Don't be thinking you're a hot rod because then you lose focus of what is really important. Who's coming off the side of the road? Who's coming in? That kind of stuff. So
The deer here too.
the deer.
A lot of deer.
I'm almost hit a couple deer a couple times. But anyway, I'm dragged this out a little bit too long, but I really appreciate you guys have been on here. Appreciate everybody watching. Les, you got any final words?
No. Like I say, just ready to get out and ride. So.
Yep. Let's get this warm weather. Everybody have a good night and enjoy.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Appreciate it.